Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Fairy dust, fairy dust, fairy dust. Let's talk about the quote that I have heard in 12-step rooms in the recent past. We have a disease that tells us that we don't have a disease. So that's why we're so fucked. Oh my God, addiction is such a pain in the ass. Like, oh, it's so fucking frustrating because the actual addiction itself is telling us that we're not sick. Our addiction is almost like it's wound. You know, I say this in sessions a lot about when we're talking about other people in their lives who may have a personality disorder because their behavior is so off the wall and bizarre. That, I explain, people, because a lot of times they'll say, can that person change? And sure. But most likely not. And that's because the craziness or the cuckoo-ness or the meanness or the abuse or the drama or whatever the fuck, the dysfunction is inside their personality. So they don't actually think they're doing anything wrong. They, of course, think it's you that's doing something wrong. That is part and parcel to what a personality disorder is. Well, I'm becoming, I'm starting to wonder the same thing about addiction. Addiction, it was a done deal. Like when I was born, it's like, oh, this bitch is gonna be an addict. I obviously was trying not to be because I'm not gonna be like those alcoholics. And I turned into just an insane compulsive overeater and binger and purger. And for sure codependent. Like, why do I have to have both? But anyway, moving on. That it is for sure anyone with addiction. And I know that, it's been in my experience. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyone that I know that has an addiction that's not in recovery will tell everyone in the world how they don't have an addiction. And it's just like, and how many times were you blackout drunk last year? But that's their disease telling them they don't have it. And of course, that is what the addictive voice would say. Of course, of course, of course, of course. Ignoring all the consequences around them. The addictive voice is saying, this is fine. This is fine. That's what my addictive voice mostly says to me. This is fine. This is not going to be a problem. And guess what? Spoiler alert, it's always a problem. So and as we become more healed and more advanced, the addictive voice for me will say, even though I know food is a problem, food for me, it'll say, that's fine. Like I'll be in a meeting and, this was years and years ago, somebody had to give up cereal. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not giving up cereal. No, I don't need to give up cereal. We don't need to give up cereal. And like cereal was one of the main things I was binging and purging. It's so easy to purge. Like, yeah. And why do you think you're reacting so strongly? Like you weren't getting upset when that person was talking about overeating peanut butter, because I don't really like peanut butter that much. Shocker. But, I wasn't getting all riled up when she said she had to cut back on her peanut butter. But fucking cereal? No. And sure enough, fucking managed cereal for so many years to prove that, and P.S., anytime you have to, things that alcoholics say, I want to prove that I'm not, okay, you're an alcoholic. Like if you have to prove that you don't have an addiction, you're basically telling us the context for that, or the subtitles for I'm going to prove that I don't have an addiction is, I have an addiction I thought you might like to know. And again, I'm talking about myself here. I'm a fucking addict. I lived and live in denial. I do. I know right now, talking to you, even though I am such an advanced bitch, there are things that I'm still in denial about. I don't know what they are because I'm in denial about them. But sure enough, I guarantee you when they cross my path and I hear something, it's like, I don't have to do that. I don't have to give up that, or I don't have to blah, blah, blah. It's gonna happen again, and then I'll start to manage it, and then I'll realize, oh God, I need to talk to my sponsor about it, or I need to talk to my therapist about it, or I need to, whatever. Oh, so yeah, that is it. We have a disease that tells us that we don't have a disease. And we have a disease that says we don't have to work as hard as the other people. And that tells us that we're special and that we don't need to go to as many meetings as the other people. And that tells us we don't need to read all that. And we don't have to meditate like them. And we don't have to do this, that, or the other thing. And we don't have to, whatever, Elizabeth's Bitchifesto, we don't have to do all that shit to be advanced. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you fucking do. And I am telling you, complete, full-on compulsive overeater. Binge all day compulsive overeater. Hit 3 or 4 drive-thrus in one binge per compulsive overeater. Purge at least 50 times a day bulimic. Codependent. I can't even wait to talk to you about the levels of fucking codependency I have gone to. The lows. Oh shit. But I am coming to find out that my biggest addiction, my biggest sickness, my biggest hurdle is, I don't have to do that. I'm not that bad. I don't have to do that. No. I'm the exception. I'm the exception. And it's not even like I'm better than that. Sometimes it is, admittedly. It's just like, mostly it's always like, I'm not that bad. Okay. Methinks the lady doth protest too much. Anyway, so that is our pickle, is that whatever our issue is, our addictive voice will tell us that we do not have it. And so, we are fucking miracles if we're in recovery. Because if you have the courage, the tenacity, the bravado, the just fucking advanced bitch, just, all the words, if you have that courage and, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the audacity, the fucking audacity to tell that voice, no bitch, I am an addict. No bitch, I do need help. No bitch, I need to go to treatment. No bitch, I need support. No bitch, we need help. Like, we're fucking messed up. If you have that, if you have just a little bit of it, we're fucking miracles. We're miracles. And that gives, if you've done that, then that gives you a hint that you are an advanced bitch. Because the masses, they align with the addictive voice. They align with, that's not me. I don't have a problem. They align with that. And they align with that their entire lives, and they never waver. So to have I know there's a better word than audacity. I don't know why it's coming to me. I'm mostly good with words. Just to answer that call to adventure, to say, no, I'm not going to align with you. And then to say it every day after that is a huge fucking deal. And we're lucky. And if you get it once, try to keep it. Because it is fucking rare. So do not align with that addictive voice. It is lying to you. Your truth will resonate. And that's not me, does not resonate. That sounds a little defensive if you ask me. So yeah, I mean, we're doing what most people don't do. We're doing the hard thing. That's what we do here. I mean, that's what it means to be an advanced bitch. We do the hard fucking things. We have a disease that tells us that we don't have a fucking disease. And we're advanced. And we say, no thank you, addictive voice.